Marincess received their second wave of support. Get it? Wave.
This is the worst!
Anyway, it received a bunch of new cards a couple months ago, and has some interesting combo lines, so in today's video we'll go over a couple of one-card combos. All three of the combos can be performed with either Marincess Sea Horse, Blue Tang or Springirl. Only the build-up is a little different, so we'll show 3 different end boards with 3 different build-ups, starting with our Sea Horse combo. We start by normal summoning the Sea Horse and immediate link it off into Blue Slug. The Blue Slug will trigger re-adding Sea Horse to our hand, which we will special summon using her effect. Then we'll use Sea Horse as link material once again, but this time go into Sea Angel. Sea Angel, on summon, will fetch us a Marincess spell card and we'll add Battle Ocean. Next we'll activate the Battle Ocean, before linking off the Sea Angel and Blue Slug into Splash Mage. Splash Mage has an effect to bring back any Cyberse monster that can be summoned in defense from our graveyard, so no links, and we use it to resummon Sea Horse. Then we'll use the Sea Horse and Splash Mage as material to link summon Coral Anemone. Coral Anemone can resummon any water monster with 1500 or less attack, so we'll use it to reborn Splash Mage. Our 2 Link 2 water monsters can then be used as link material for Aqua Argonaut. This will trigger Coral Anemone to re-add a monster from our grave to our hand, and will preferably add a non-link monster. Also, Battle Ocean will trigger, placing 3 of our Marincess link monsters in the spell/trap zone as equips to Aqua Argonaut, increasing her attack to 4300 and making her spell/trap negate live. When you negate a spell or trap next turn, always bring back Coral Anemone for follow-up. This combo is excellent when you, for example, already have either Marincess Dive or Wave in hand, so you don't need to search it. But what if you want to target a negate that makes your Marincess boss monster a towers? We normal summon the Blue Tang and send a Sea Horse to our graveyard. Then we'll link off the Blue Tang for a Blue Slug. Both Blue Tang and Blue Slug will trigger, and with Blue Slug we'll add the Sea Horse to our hand and Blue Tang will excavate 3 cards and may add a Marincess card to our hand. Now we are at pretty much the same point as the previous combo, just with a possible extra card in hand and a Blue Tang in grave. So we'll special summon Sea Horse with her own effect. Next we'll use Sea Horse as link material for Sea Angel, which will again fetch us a Battle Ocean. Then we'll use both link monsters to go into Coral Anemone. And we'll use her to bring back the Sea Horse. With a Water Link 2 and another water monster we can link summon our Coral Triangle. This will trigger Coral Anemone to re-add a monster into our hand and we'll add a non-link monster, doesn't matter which one in this combo. Also, similar as before, the Battle Ocean will trigger and we'll equip the 3 Marincess link monsters to our triangle, increasing its attack by another 1800. Then we'll discard the just added monster with Coral Triangle's effect to grab us a Marincess trap from our deck, so we'll grab the wave and end our turn. Since we have a link 3 or higher monster on our field, we can activate the wave from our hand to target negate an opponent's monster on field whilst also making our current monsters unaffected by our opponent's effects. Then lastly, we'll look at the Springirl 1-card combo, which will catch up slightly later in its combo line with the others, but can land on the same boards. However, for this combo we'll look to extend into a link 4+ wave, so this time around we'll start by normal summoning the Springirl, and use her to go into Sea Angel first. Sea Angel will fetch us a Marincess Dive from our deck, which we will use to resummon the Springirl. Now we'll link off the Sea Angel and Springirl into Coral Anemone. As we've seen before, Coral Anemone can reborn a water monster with 1500 attack or less, so we'll use her effect to resummon the Springirl. Then we'll use both monsters on field to go into our Coral Triangle. This will trigger Coral Anemone's effect re-adding the Springirl to our hand. For our next step, we'll special summon the Springirl banishing a Marincess monster from our grave, so we'll banish the Sea Angel. Now we'll link off the Springirl for a Blue Slug, which we can then use to re-add Springirl to our hand. By the way, if you want to use Springirl's engrave effect to mill more than 1 card, this will be the moment to do so. Since we have Springirl in our hand again, it can serve as discard fodder for the Coral Triangle to fetch us a Marincess wave. Then, for our final step, we will use both monsters on field to link summon our Bubble Reef. Bubble Reef can draw us a card each standby phase by banishing a water monster from our grave, increasing its attack in the process. This in combination with the wave can again create a Towers monster. Not only that, the Coral Triangle in our grave can resummon link monsters from our grave in our next turn, so we also do have some follow-up. Granted, only when your opponent has a monster, and it isn't banished in the meantime, so banish her last if you have to. Then I present to you our deck list, which is pretty much a standard Marincess list nowadays. Nothing really spicy. Now, if you want to see more combos from Marincess, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. When this video reaches 244 likes, I'll make a second guide video going over Marincess's 2-card combos. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you need anything else to watch, let the YouTube algorithm introduce you to some videos that are put on your screen about now. Happy viewing!